Welcome back to our channel, and we're here with a new topic that you'll love to see.
What are you talking about?
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel as fast as you can, because otherwise this snake will crawl in your bed tonight. No matter how good you are at streaming or how entertaining your content is, there are bound to be a few moments where you might slip up.
Shit.
A moment of confusion, some slight discomfort, or just a super unexpected, weird, and random occurrence. You may not believe this, but it happens to even the most popular of streamers. Here is a list of the 10 most embarrassing moments that were caught live on stream.
Oh, so good.
Number 10. PROFESSORBROMAN screams. If you know Professor Broman, then you know that his reactions to horror games have always been the best. One of such instances was during his playthrough of the Supermassive Games cinematic slasher Until Dawn. However, funnily enough, it wasn't the actual game that scared him to screams. It was a friend of his that came up from behind and scared the life out of him. You can see him scream for at least over a minute in this clip. Supermassive failed to scare him, but his friend turned out to be the bigger jump scare.
Oh, fucking god damn it! God fuck! Shit!
Number 9. JINNYTTY'S wig falls off. JINNYTTY'S been popular on Twitch for many years for her extremely funny cosplays. However, one of such cosplays was during this stream, where an unexpected accident occurred and she showed a little more than what she wanted to do. Nothing to break Twitch's TOS though, it was just her wig coming off as she was doing a bow. It revealed her head and many people started to laugh at her inside of her chat. JINNYTTY is one of the most entertaining streamers on the platform, and this was during her early days, leading to a lot of embarrassment for her, especially because this clip reached live stream fails.
Thank you so much. Thumbs up. Yes.
Number 8. ADEPT hits her head on XQC'S stream. ADEPT and XQC'S relationship was donned as roommates for a long while. However, recently they started to act more lovey-dovey on actual streams. In one of such streams, she walks into his room to pick something up, it seems, or even just annoy him. However, when she turns around, she slams her head directly into a door frame. This moment gets even more embarrassing as XQC clips that moment and proceeds to watch it in slow motion. Further embarrassing ADEPT, he just laughed his heart out to her head bonking on the door. Number 7. CRREAM vs. Boomer Mom. CRREAM is a highly popular streamer and one that is known to be a bit of a hermit. In one of his most popular Twitch clips, his mom walks into his room, which is literally in her basement, and starts scolding him. She says he doesn't go out and doesn't work. However, this time CRREAM is not having it, and he pulls out his best comebacks and responses. Feeling secondhand embarrassment for CRREAM were his friends on stream with him. Not to mention CRREAM himself felt really bad about it after the stream was over. This clip got so viral, it reached everywhere, including live stream fails.
Stop! Mom, I'm not working, yeah. This is only how I make my money. I'm 27! Leave the wheel alone and go! Get out of here!
Number 6. SODAPOPPIN offends guitar guy. SODAPOPPIN is known to be the guy that gets everyone's blood boiling on Twitch. Though it's rare that we see him bring that reaction out of people by mistake, it seemingly does happen. In one of such instances is when he was streaming himself walking around town, and he sees a guitarist singing a song. SODAPOPPIN misheard the lyrics and asked the man about the lyrics in a very weird question, to which the guy says this: "If you're wondering how weird questions can offend people, you shouldn't try to ask them."
You say you have a dick?
You want to fucking, what's wrong with you?
I'm sorry.
That's really rude. What the fuck, man?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll walk away.
Number 5. Pokimane spills drinks on herself. No matter how private or personal you try to keep your matters, at the end of the day, there's bound to be a slip-up here or there. That is the price popular streamer Pokimane paid when she started streaming and gaining popularity. One of the few times that she slipped up was during this particular clip, where she spilled her drinks all over her pants. Nothing too extreme though, but she screamed directly afterwards. Her entire face was red with embarrassment during this moment, as she was confused on what to do next. Thankfully, she was in her senses, and the beverage she spilled wasn't too hot. She wasn't hurt and quickly went off camera to change her clothing. Number 4. Amaranth's mod wanted a high five. Amaranth has popularized the hot tub and ASMR Twitch categories. However, one of her most embarrassing moments, well, not for her but for her moderator that was with her during a convention, is still a highlight that she can't outrun. In this clip, Amaranth is hanging out with her moderator during a convention, and she seems to be posing for the camera. However, her moderator wants a high five, and she pays absolutely no attention to him. He essentially holds his hand up for at least 20 seconds before putting it down, as the people in the background are laughing at him. It's one of the saddest and most embarrassing moments for any moderator, honestly.
Yeah, nailed it.
Nailed it.
Ooh, that stinks, Rance.
Yeah,
That stinks.
Number 3. SARAKATEE'S Demon Cat. SARAKATEE'S cat often made an appearance during her streams. In this one very unfortunate instance, though, her cat didn't want any love, it seems. She was streaming and her cat jumps up on her chair. While SARAKATE begins to shower the cat with love, the cat gives her something in return. The cat directly claws her face and cuts her really badly. Blood starts pouring out from the cut, and she ends the stream right then and there in full panic mode. Luckily, she wasn't hurt badly, and her eye was safe. The cut was right underneath her eyeball and saved her from any damage.
Guys, what do I do? What do I do, guys?
Number 2. FUSLIE'S probably a guitar moment. To date, one of the most embarrassing Twitch moments that have ever occurred is FUSLIE'S guitar moment. While it wasn't anything extreme, her stream was actually popularized by this Twitch fail. FUSLIE'S stream was going normal, but eventually one of the people in the chat noticed something behind her under her bed. She asked what the item under her bed was, and she responded, "Probably a guitar," when in reality, it was an adult toy. That was one of the highlights of her career, and still a clip that haunts her. Recently, she confronted PewDiePie, who was one of the people that popularized this clip, and even used her as the thumbnail in one of his videos.
What's that under your bed? Probably a guitar.
Number 1. ZILIANOP could walk? This is one of those moments in Twitch history that will never be forgotten. It didn't just lead to first-hand embarrassment for the streamer ZILIANOP, but it actually kind of killed his career that was built on a concrete lie. ZILIANOP's stream was popular due to him being known as one of the few handicapped streamers that actually had entertaining streams. He got a ton of money through donations because of his condition, and ended up reaching Twitch's beloved status. However, one day he ended his stream, but because of some software, the stream kept going. ZILIANOP thought that the stream had ended, and so he lifted the veil on one of his worst secrets. He essentially got out of his wheelchair and walked away. That was a breaking point for his career, as his streams got absolutely dismantled afterwards. He also got banned right afterwards for committing fraud.
It's easily argued.
Oh my god.
Alright guys, this was our list of the 10 most embarrassing moments on Twitch by far. If you liked the video, then make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. If you don't do that, then you're going to be highly embarrassed the next time you stream. Click on the bell icon to turn notifications on and comment what you would like to see more from us in the future. Bye!